6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Hassan Gilani. First, the headlines. Federal Cabinet has passed a resolution supporting Palestinians and demanding a trial against Israel for committing war crimes. The government has approved an online free visa application system of business and tourist visas for 126 countries. Prime Minister says Pakistan is fully prepared to protect its citizens in the face of terror attacks by banned TTP using Afghan soil. Speaking at cabinet meeting in Islamabad today, Shehbaz Sharif said the government will not tolerate righteous steps against the country and armed forces. At the United Nations, Pakistan has called for joint efforts for conservation of markhors. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, occupation troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred one more youth in Kupwana district today. In Women's Asia Cup, Bangladesh beat Malaysia by 114 runs at Dambulla today. And now the news in detail. The Federal Cabinet has approved a resolution supporting Palestinians and demanding a trial against Israel for committing war crimes. The Cabinet, which met in Islamabad today with Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif in the chair, expressed complete solidarity with the people of Palestine. The Prime Minister and the Cabinet also strongly condemned the attack on Pakistani consulate in Frankfurt, Germany, and the desecration of the national flag. Besides, the Cabinet approved the enforcement of an online visa application system under which citizens of 126 countries can get business and tourist visas within 24 hours. Citizens of these 126 countries will be exempted from visa fee. Further, a subcategory of visa on arrival was approved to facilitate Sikh Yatris having passports of a third country. In this connection, a dashboard will be established at the Ministry of Interior to monitor the online visa system. The Cabinet allowed notifying special and banking codes in various cities of the country. These special and banking codes will function under the Security and Exchange Commission of Pakistan. The Cabinet also approved signing Memorandum of Understanding to promote cooperation between Pakistan and Denmark in the fields of logistics, transport, green and sustainable growth, water waste management, urban green development, renewable energy, and construction of basic infrastructure under public-private partnership. Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif says terror attacks carried out by TTP in Pakistan using Afghan soil are unacceptable and Pakistan fully is prepared to protect its citizens. Presiding over a meeting of the Federal Cabinet in Islamabad today, he, however, said Pakistan wants to address this issue through negotiations and peaceful means. The Prime Minister, in his remarks, called the terrorism wave a machination against Pakistan as it is taking place at a time when the coalition government is making efforts for the country's development. Shehbaz Sharif said, "We hosted millions of Afghan people without any complaint and we treated them like our brothers and never considered them a burden." He said Pakistan is ready to face any kind of situation as its valiant armed forces had sacrificed their lives to safeguard the country and its people. The Prime Minister also highlighted that the perpetrators of May 9 riots, who had also attacked Parliament, PTV, and besieged the PM House in the past, have resorted to new tactics to malign the country and its armed forces. He said, "We will not tolerate any such steps against the country, its innocent people and armed forces," and called for national unity to protect the national interest. Chief Minister Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Ali Amin Gandapur has convened meeting of the Provincial Apex Committee in Peshawar today. Advisor to the Chief Minister on Information, Barrister Muhammad Ali Saif, said the meeting will discuss all terror incidents in the province and review steps being taken for law and order. Minister for Privatization Abdul Aleem Khan has said loss-making enterprises are being privatized to strengthen the country's economy. Talking to the French ambassador Nicolas Gale in Islamabad, he said these entities have the potential to earn profit and perform better. Abdul Aleem Khan expressed government's commitment to complete Karachi to Sakkar motorway. He said the road network to China and Central Asian countries will be extended to promote trade in the region. The French envoy expressed his country's interest in investing and business activities across various sectors in Pakistan. Chief Minister of Punjab Maryam Nawaz Sharif has emphasized the crucial role of public-private partnerships in achieving development goals of the province. She stated this during a meeting with the chairman of J7 Group, Maqbool Hussain Awan, in Lahore today. During the meeting, matters of urban development, affordable housing projects, and joint efforts to improve basic infrastructure came under discussion. This is Radio Pakistan. The Pakistan Army has successfully rescued foreign mountaineers from Himalaya peaks. Climbers from Netherlands, Singapore, and Ecuador were rescued by Pakistan Army helicopter. The mountaineers thanked the Pakistan Army for rescuing them timely and saving their lives. Pakistan Army and Frontier Corps North are taking measures for protection of national heritage in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. In this regard, renovation of ancient railway station located in Landi Kotal area of Khyber district has been completed. The history of this railway station has been preserved in the form of a museum. Pakistan's permanent representative at the United Nations, Ambassador Munir Akram, has urged the world community to espouse collaborative efforts for the conservation of the Markhor, given its role in the overall ecosystem. He was addressing an event convened by Tajikistan Mission to the UN in collaboration with UNEP and IUCN in New York. He said the Markhor holds a special significance for Pakistan as it is a national animal of the country. 55 more Palestinians were martyred in unabated Israeli attacks in besieged Gaza today, taking the total martyrdom toll to 39,145 since October 7 last year. According to Palestinian Health Ministry, 110 Palestinians were injured in 3 massacres in the last 24 hours. The ministry said many people are still trapped under the rubble as rescuers are unable to reach them. The International Criminal Court has accepted 64 filings by government and NGOs demanding arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his defense minister. The court says those who have submitted findings can also send their legal positions regarding the issue by 6th of next month. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, occupation troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred one more Kashmiri youth in Kupwara district today. According to Kashmir Media Service, the youth was martyred during a cordon and search operation. Meanwhile, Indian police and agencies arrested dozen Kashmiris during house raids in Budgam and Jammu areas of the territory for their participation in pro-freedom activities. In Nepal, all 18 people on board were killed after a plane crashed while taking off from capital Kathmandu today. The pilot, who is receiving treatment in hospital, is the only survivor of the accident. The Surya Airlines test flight was carrying 17 company employees and was bound for the Himalayan tourist resort of Bakhora. Bangladesh beat Malaysia by 114 runs in the Asia Cup Women Cricket Tournament at Dambulla, Sri Lanka today. Batting first, Bangladesh women scored 191 for a loss of 2 wickets in stipulated 20 overs. In reply, Malaysia women scored only 77 runs for a loss of 8 wickets in 20 overs. In another match of the day, Sri Lanka women will take on Thailand women at 6:30 this evening at the same venue. And finally, the weather. Rain, windstorm and thundershower is expected in eastern and central Punjab, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, northeast Balochistan, lower Sindh, Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan during the next 12 hours. However, hot and humid weather is expected elsewhere in the country. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.